Hello, everyone, and welcome to the Slippy and Thrifty Show. I am Thrifty. My
Hello.
wonderful friend over here to my left is Slippy,
How are we doing?
better known as Matt Sawyer. How are you, sir?
I'm good, John. How are you doing?
I'm pretty good, actually, other than the fact that I haven't slept in about 20 hours. Uh,
So
yeah.
even though you've not slept, all things considered,
Yeah,
you're
just if I make
alive and
mistakes on
breathing.
saying things like that are not true or that I say the wrong thing when I mean something else, just forgive me today because it's going to be one of those days where I say stupid crap because I'm so tired. So if I call a Barlow, you know, I don't know, a muskrat, just just go, oh yeah, that's that old man talking that's really tired. Yeah, and just try to ignore it if that's all right. Can you do that?
I can
Can you
try.
do me that? Can you do me that favor today?
I'll try.
Just correct me. I won't get upset when you correct me if you don't get upset that I made the mistake. How about that? That deal? Okay. Makes for great entertainment, Stacy says. It's very entertaining when John screws up, apparently.
I mean, it's pretty amusing for me.
How you guys doing in chat? I hope y'all had a great week. I really do. What do we got for you? Well, before we kick off our Stockman show, we got a little bit of knife news. It's a little bit depressing, honestly. It's really kind of depressing. It's not stuff I want to talk about because it's like I feel like I'm obligated to talk about it, but at the same time, it's depressing because
They
it's such a
suck.
it's such a disappointment. But I don't know if anybody of you guys have watched the most recent Smoky Mountain Knife Works video. They talked about 6 different Rough Rider Reserve releases. Okay, so we thought we would kind of start with that and then kind of get into the normal part of the show. No, Sam, that is untrue. That is not true. Somebody silence Sam, please. Get on that. Yeah, get on that, Randy, please. Um, Hello, me and the boys are half here. What do you mean half? You only got one of the one boy, not two? I thought you had
Or is it,
twins.
or have you cut yourselves in half and it's just
Well,
half of you?
like, how do you not have one twin but you have the other? How does that work? Where is the other boy? Or are you just tired like me? Half here. Yeah, I'm
Yeah,
kind of half.
half here mentally. Yeah.
Yeah, that's about it. Yeah. So let's kick this off with the depressing knife news. Ready?
Okay.
All right,
Gross.
okay. If we're gonna have a conversation, you can't start out with just calling it gross and then
Okay.
just
I don't understand what it's trying to be. This is the first thing.
okay.
It,
Let's slow down. Slow down. We got to introduce things. We can't just start talking about it and why we do or don't like things. Okay, so this is Rough Rider Reserve 045. They've announced this is supposed to be available in about 2 to 3 days. I think sometime this week is kind of what they were estimating for this particular one. Okay, so Rough Rider Reserve 045. This is one of their new designs. This is the Whiskey Rider Swayback Dock. So it sort of combines elements of a doctor's knife and a swayback, and it has a one clip blade. Pretty sure it's just a single bladed knife. Yeah, I don't see any other blades there. Okay, so what are your thoughts, sir?
how brutal do you want me to be?
I just want you to be honest.
Okay. I don't like that it's a doctor's knife and a sway back. It makes no sense at all because it
So
makes
the
you want to do a pull cut with in a reverse grip for a doctor's knife, which you would need to have precision for. So historically, it's dumb. I don't get it. The blade shape I like, but not on the pattern. I also don't understand the name, where they've got whiskey from when it looks like to be black micarta.
so you would expect it to be like the color like a whiskey bone or something.
or like a whiskey colored wood, like a whiskey barrel, old whiskey barrel material. It doesn't make any sort of sense. So yeah, like the Etrek, it doesn't make sense to me as what it is.
If they called it an Etrek, it would actually make more sense to me.
Plus, Sam the Silencer has made a very good point. It's squared off at the end, and isn't that just going to dig like hell into your hand?
I don't think it will, because I think it's a large enough knife you can get your full hand on there. But maybe, I don't know. Thoughts in the chat. Let's hear what people say. Kind of like an Etrek. A drunk doctor would love it. Can a doctor have a sway back?
It's a bit of 50-50 in the chat is what I'm kind of getting.
No. Yeah.
What
do you think about it, Andrew? Let's hear your thoughts. You're in here. What do you think about this knife? Whiskeys. Eric says whiskeys because drunk doctor. I don't want a drunk doctor operating on me. Yeah, here we go. This is it. Rough Rider Reserves just got to be different. Drunk doctor. Ha ha ha.
Frank has said it's a mortician's knife.
Do we not have the greatest chat in the entire nation? I mean, when they don't like something, they're not afraid to tell you. But Jesse says it's better than a dumb stock. Huh.
Yeah, Pocket EDC's got another good point about the blade. Let me see if I can bring that up.
Mo says this. Hold on a minute. Not a fan of either pattern. Putting them together didn't make it any better. That's kind of my sentiment. That's pretty close to my sentiment. Pretty close.
And then we've got this one from Pocket EDC. An inversion of the blade would make more sense. Then it would be kind of scalpel shape. Yeah.
Yeah.
It just doesn't look like it makes sense. Yeah. It looks like someone's going to buy it because they like the look of it and then never use it. That's what it looks like.
The one knife that I might have considered, y'all have now talked me out. I got 5 more to talk about that I guarantee you I'm not buying. You ready? You can see the next one.
Redford News got a good point. Before we move on, hate it. I'm burning my entire RRR collection.
All right, so
hate it. Do you want to destroy it or shall I?
I mean, at least they've got the blade correct to the knife. But they didn't learn their lesson from the R bolster, did they? You would think after all the just absolute damage that they received.
I know. I've got a good idea, John. We've had loads of hatred for our RT bolster, even to the point where it's been called the rectal thermometer. Everyone hates it. Let's put on a more expensive knife.
Sounds like a brilliant idea. Now, is it just me, or does that bolster look smashed in because they've had to press the triple R in there so wide on it? That
the word it looks, I can't say live on YouTube. I'll give you a clue.
In other words, it's not looks, it is. Is that what you're going to tell me?
Yeah. So it rhymes with duck, is what it looks.
This is less of an abomination, Sam says.
It is. I'll give you that because it's not. Someone's not ruined 2 patterns putting them together. But equally, Elan's got a good point. It looks like they've run out of money and gone, oh, let's just stamp the bottom because we can't afford flute on the bottom.
Hello, Patty. Good to see you, buddy.
It's like a coin that's been run over on the railroad track.
Eric says, I'm more okay with this one.
I am too, because it's just a doctor's knife. It's not a load of messed up things put together.
The rear bolster is like a coin that's been run over on the railroad track.
Elan, how long and mechanic does this knife designer have? Look at the size of the long pull on it. I've just seen it.
Yeah. That is a long bull. I mean, I feel bad because it's like I've been waiting a long while now for a good Rough Rider Reserve, and I'm looking forward to. Little Byron action here. It says at least this one has an okay blade and a straight pill crushing pommel. Yeah. I mean, I can see some usefulness out of this. It's just drift. When I saw that, I nearly fell out of my chair, man. I was like, after all that RT8, you're gonna go and do it again. It's like, let's take this one element that we know you don't like and let's use it again. Let's do that.
But let's make you pay more for it.
Yeah.
Okay, I'm tired of looking at this one. What else have we got?
Hold on, I got more comments here. Tony's Phonies. If it was a female Dr. Queen fan, fat bottom girls. Yeah, I like the name. I don't have a problem with the name.
Elon, I think the knife the chat designed is better than those. Sodbuster with scissors.
RT is no bueno. Do we have Cheeto in the chat? I just was curious what his name was today.
I've not seen him.
Okay. If you see it, let me know immediately so I can read it. All right, let's move on to the next one. Now, you said you would buy this one, correct?
I would buy this one, yeah. I'm mad about the lanyard hole because it's not needed. I don't actually own a one-hand or easy razor, whatever they're calling it, easy open razor. I really like the red micarta on it.
I do like the micarta color.
I may have to get this one just for the micarta and just to try the pattern.
Right. Now, what are we calling this shield?
The plug.
Nah, because the plug they got rid of, and this is the replacement.
It's like arrowhead, isn't it? Bomb. I mean, it's more arrowhead, I guess.
Is it like one of those child's goldfish that you eat, the crackers?
Yeah. The saltine.
Well, we just call them goldfish, but okay. Is that a British thing?
Eric says it looks more like a fish. EDC has said butt plug.
Mm-hmm. Just shield.
Every one of these knives, as Jesse McJames has said, it's better than a gun stock.
Thomas likes the Rosecraft surgeon's knife.
Knife. I wish there was a stronger spring. Yeah. I get why there isn't, because historically, if a doctor's using it, their hands are covered in fluids or whatever. It needs to be sort of easy to pull open. But for nowadays, when they're not used for that, I would think it'd be fine to put a stronger spring on them.
We'll get the cheddar shield. That's what we're going with, Byron says.
Cheddar shield? Okay.
Yeah, cheddar. Cheddar cheese.
There's a nice comment.
Randy's going to need this knife soon, Elon thinks. I appreciate you, Thomas. Appreciate you coming in today. Is this your first live that you've caught? I think this is the first one I recall you being in. So welcome to Thrifty Kniffy and Slip Joint Sawyer, first of all. And welcome to the live stream, buddy. It's good to have you. I'm glad you're enjoying the reviews. Sean has a nice little comment here. I'm not going to leave that up there long, but you saw it.
Yeah, yep, saw that. Yep.
Jesse wants to know why, or Tony wants to know why Jesse doesn't like the gun stock. It's a
taste thing. He just doesn't like the way they look.
He doesn't like that they intermingle guns and knives. So anything that is a combination of both, he's not a fan of. That's kind of how you explained it on the Patty show. So yeah, I mean, I'm okay with this. I just don't like the pattern. I think they did it. They executed it correctly, and they did a good job. If that's the kind of style of knife that you like, I'm just not a fan of the one arm razor.
For
So
me,
it's
I
just
think
not
I will have to try the pan, because I wanted to get the original. Was it the canvas micarta, the first one, the tan colour?
Yeah, you did a
It was
denim.
brown. It was
maybe?
brown. I wanted the brown micarta, but I didn't get it in time. So,
Okay.
and I didn't fancy the denim, so I think I might have to get this one.
Right. And Scott says they just made it bigger, right? So, they supersized the original one. I would say the original one does look
So
more
should
like
we call it the Miley Shield then?
No, we're not going to go there either. Yeah. But, yeah, I mean, if you like this, then I think this is a good example of it. I don't really have a problem with this design. I'm just, it's just not a pattern that I enjoy.
Yeah, Baxter said he like to compare it to the Case single blade. I think that you would find that the Rough Rider Reserve would be much chunkier and heavier. I just get the feeling it's going to be a much bigger knife overall.
Yeah. All right.
And we know it doesn't need a shield.
This one might be the biggest disappointment. It's like when we saw this, the jigging was what was the problem. It's just too large. It looks a lot like the Brother knife that you guys seen, maybe the one bone one that they offer with jigging on it. It's just kind of large and not real attractive looking. And then you throw the shield on there when it doesn't really need to be, and it's kind of large for the knife. So I love this knife because we got the brown micarta one, and that one was awesome, right? But, I just don't know what to think of the
everyone has
one.
got the same sort of idea with this. MB doesn't need a shield. Elan shield ruins it. Sam says awesome proportions.
Stacy says that's horrible.
Not a fan of the jigging.
The shield ruins the bone. Randy says this looks all right.
Eric has nailed it, what you said earlier on.
What was that?
Look at it, bring it up. Eric has nailed it right on the head to what you said earlier.
The shield ruins the bone?
No, this one.
Oh, Eric, sorry. Not Frank. Yeah, I said that. I actually literally said those exact words prior to the show. The jigging looked like frost jigging.
Retro Stew doesn't like it that much, so he actually missed out on the brown micarta, and he's still not going to get this one.
And Jesse's still going on about dump stock.
Scott Simmons looks like it was jigged with a shovel. Honestly, I know you say the blade looks too big for the handle, but it's spot on. Patty
says he quite likes it.
I don't like the jigging. It just looks like it's done really poorly. It looks like someone sort of got a Dremel and the bone's flat, and they've gone like this, and then got the Dremel and just sort of done this at the bone.
I think out of desperation and trying to support Rough Rider Reserve, I may just buy it, even though I don't like it all that much. Because, God, it might be another 2 years before I find what I like. I don't know. It's frustrating. I'm frustrated. Are you frustrated with this?
This particular one, yeah. They should have just left it smooth bone.
Sam says, now hold on now. I have a Frost collection. He doesn't.
Stu says without a shield, it would be a maybe.
Elin needs to know if you would lick it, Patty. Yes or no? Without the shield, it's a maybe. Okay.
FB says that's the worst excuse to buy a knife.
That is a horrible excuse. I 100% agree. 100% agree. Okay, now this one, I'm massive, never going to happen in a million years. When it knocks them off the screen. Okay, so this is not a traditional pattern. They even admitted as much on the video.
I just want to hear Paddy's talk on how thick this is going to be because it's too bladed.
Yeah, it looks really thick.
It looks like if I wanted to measure something with a 2-inch width, this would be perfect.
Come on, it's not that wide. Yeah. And Eric feels insulted, apparently.
Elan, I feel unwell all of a sudden.
Yeah.
Randy, what is it? I don't know, Randy.
It doesn't have a name. It's a Panta.
Split in splices Byron. Pins 8, 9, 10. This is a good one.
You noticed this as well.
Yeah.
Well, don't leave. Do so after the live. You got plenty of
Just-
time. It's not going anywhere.
EDC's just put laughing faces.
Slightly better than a dumpster. Oh my God, no way in hell. I'm going to show a gun stock if you don't stop saying that.
I would rather have a knife that every time I close it wraps the entire length of the blade than this.
Jeremy, good to see you in here. Tar Heel. Yeah, it doesn't do anything for me either, Stacy. I mean, you got to base it on something, right? I don't know, with this new design. What would you even call this? Like a sort of a muskrat or something?
It looks like a dumpster fire.
No, it's not that. It's not that nice. I just think it would be a good user. The two blade is just stupid.
The blade shapes though, the Warncliffe and that sort of what we call that Turkish clip, California clip. I
This
like
one
the
wasn't
blade shapes.
Obviously, the rendering of a lunatic. Okay, well, we know who that lunatic is, so be kind. Don't be too abrasive. This is kind of, well, whoop, sorry, didn't mean to take that off. That's the one I was trying to show. Triple R is gone to hell now that Andy's gone. It just hasn't been the same, is it?
I'm genuinely concerned for the person who designed it.
It's SMKW trolling us.
Yeah, MB's with me. He likes the blade shapes. I do as well. I think that sort of long clip point, if that was on a single blade,
yeah, it'd be quite attractive, wouldn't it?
Nice. Or even if the Warncliffe is a single blade by itself, nice. The double bolsters that are different there, one's got 2 lines, one's got 1. For some reason, there's 2 different handle materials on there. It looks like a half-assed attempt at a choil on the left-hand side by the clip point.
Yeah. Unsubbed. Why are you unsubbing? What's going on here?
Maybe he's unsubbed to SMKW. He's so offended by the knife.
No. He's unsubbed to us. He's not happy with us or something.
Sam wants to know if they're hiring. I would probably hope so.
Okay. All right, next.
Yeah, I'm actually with Thomas. Thomas Howard's got a good point. I get this. He likes both blade shapes and he likes it opens either end. I do too, but everything in the middle is the problem.
Yeah. Panta, more like panties. We have ladies in the room. Calm down there.
Okay, so you can start with this one, John. I'll leave my destruction till you finished.
Well, again with the jigging, we got the exact same jigging as we had on the Barlow. So you still like this jigging, Patty? Because this is a better look at it, a little more up close look. You like that jigging?
This is for you, John.
Stacy, you sent me a message on IG, probably in your request messages. Okay, I'll take a look at it after the show. Appreciate it.
Scott again with the shovel jigging. They stuck the same size shield on a tiny knife. Yes, they did. This is the best.
Yeah. The shield is
the best comment of the live.
Left the chat. You talking about Patty?
No, Retrofew left when he saw this knife.
All right. Hell no. Mind change. Okay. All right. Same jigging. So, yeah, I think the large shield on the Barlow hit it a little better. No, it's not disguised as well as this one. Okay. All right. Well, we'll stop torturing you guys. We're ready to move on to.
Before you do,
yes,
I like the pattern. I would like it.
Yeah, I don't mind the pattern.
I would like it in a different handle material, and if they scaled the shield down, it would be okay. But please,
right. Now if they re-release this in like a Micarta or something, I'm all over it. You know, just You don't need a big old shield on it either. Just slim it down. But I don't mind the pattern. It's and the fact that it's two blades kind of nice having a larger two blade. After Case just released their smaller one, it's gonna have a nice option for a larger one.
Andrews pretty much sums up our feelings as well about the bone releases for the Triple R.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, it's a fail. All right. Well, there you go, guys. I'm glad you guys had an opportunity to voice your thoughts on this because I think they're pretty well in line with what we were thinking. So we're just a little disappointed. And hopefully they'll get it together. And like I say, I may end up buying just the bar load. Maybe I can rehandle it with something. Maybe I'll try my hand at rehandling it. Something like that, right?
Because I know it is pinned, but you could always epoxy it on. It's still going to stick.
Right. Something to think about. Project knife. Hey, Big E, how you doing, buddy? All right, so we're going to be taking a look at some Barlows today.
Stockman's.
I have to admit that I don't have a bunch of them out as much as I would have liked because I was working on this knife news here for you guys at the last minute. But why don't you go ahead and kick it off?
Okay.
With what?
Seeing as Jesse's in the room, I will start it off with something he really enjoys.
Oh, there you go.
Here you go, Jesse. This one's just for you. This is a 75 in the old smooth red bone.
Yes.
We have what we call this. Is this the flying squirrel shield or the ran over squirrel shield, bomb shield?
Mm-hmm. Yeah. That rogue squirrel or.
But this is actually my only 75. I only have the one, but I really enjoy the pattern. I love the sheep's foot on this. It's crazy good. Are you still with us, John?
Yeah, it's gonna.
I will say, even the spay blade on this one they've done is not too bad. It has a point on the end. I could definitely do like a puncture with it. So I don't mind this one. And a really nice large clip point on here too. Of course, this one isn't UK legal because the blade is huge.
Mm.
But really nice stainless steel. And it's when they still did the tang stamp as well. So we actually have a stamp rather than the etch they do now. John, your connection has gone really bad.
Yeah, I'm waiting for you. Just keep on going.
Okay. We're going to take a look at the case then. This is one that I didn't know really existed. I'm not entirely sure what the pattern name is called, but it's sort of like a humpback Stockman. This is in chestnut bone. It's this sort of humpback in the middle. And something I've never seen on a case Stockman before as well. It has a spear blade, but the spear blade also has swedging to it. So this is quite different. I've never sort of found one of these before. It came up on Etsy for a really good price, and purely for the fact that I hadn't seen it, I pretty much went for it. I know they're saying it got like humpback Whittler, Biggie said, but it's got all the Stockman blades. So that's the thing. It's got you got the large blade, spay blade, and a sheep's foot. So I'm not entirely sure. You could be right. What do you think of this one, John? Do you like this one?
I was amazed when you found that because I had never seen one either. That was my first time seeing that pattern.
Even the spay blade it's probably the only time you're going to hear me say this. It's quite an attractive spay blade. See? It's not bad, right?
No. It's almost a spear point.
Yeah. So I'm really happy with that. It's got a nice sort of notch out here to get the spay blade out, but it sits in the handle quite low. It's just like a scaled down version of the sheep's foot from the 75. So you do still get that nice, still the same shape of it. And the pattern number for it is 6304, so it's a 46 pattern. But yeah, overall, really like it.
Putting that on the list. 46 pattern. 46 pattern.
But really nice, really good condition. The person I bought this from originally, I recently picked up another case knife from him as well. I've not shown it anywhere before. Do you want to see that one now, John?
Not a Stockman, but yeah, go ahead.
No, it's a Stockman.
Oh, it is? Okay.
It is Stockman. It is I want to say it's a 32 pattern, but I'm not sure. It is a 32 pattern. This is jig chestnut, and this is in CV steel.
Okay.
And I don't know where this person's getting their case knives from, but the fit and finish on them all is immaculate. Like, there's not a single gap in this at all. And this is a 2013 as well. Is that also a 32?
Correct.
Pen blade on there, which makes it immediately superb to anything. Yeah,
we got the spark shield on this one. Don't you love the spark shield?
I do actually quite like the spark shield, you know. Only when it's on it has to be on like a plain sort of handle material though. If it's on a crazy handle material, it doesn't make sense. So on the white one with that, I think it looks great.
Right.
But this is going to be a user for me. I'm going to start carrying this. I'm going to give it the blade's a bit of a touch up, and then we're going to carry this and see what sort of patina I can get on the CV steel.
You see the sparkles.
You can see the sparkles. But here's the tang. It's the age where they were using dots and stars on the tang, so it's got all crosses. So it's got 5 crosses and 2 dots on it. So that's cool. What else have you got, John?
This was actually old enough that it has a stamp on it as well. But this is the white synthetic jigged 32 pattern. And
I love the jig synthetic. I think it's fantastic. It's a perfect sort of like user handle material, but you're not going to be concerned about it.
Right.
You're not going to be concerned about it, and you still get the look of the jigged bone.
I just like that red and white contrast. I thought that was pretty cool.
Worked really well.
I mean, if they didn't have the shield on there, it wouldn't be near the knife to me. I think that shield was pretty important for this particular.
Yeah, so that's one of the case is one of those knives where the shield really makes it. Like as long as they use something nice.
Right. It'd be pretty plain without it.
Mm-hmm.
But I won't go through all the blades again since you showed them, but sort of a narrow sheep's foot, but
a
lot more.
It's more of a sort of a ram's foot.
More of a ram's foot, right?
Yeah.
Starts out a little thin and goes broader. It's pretty cool. Pretty cool piece. And I also had a 75 I was going to show while I was lagging. Now that the hamster's back on the wheel, we can look at it.
And which one's this one?
This is the 75, and this is the Crimson Bone.
Is this the Sheffield Hills?
Yeah, this is the Shepherd Hills exclusive.
It's
not Sheffield Hills. We're not in
Shepherd.
the UK, buddy.
You know what I mean.
But this is a really nice color. I don't really think the camera's doing a lot of justice to it.
No, but there is sort of like blues on the corners as well, isn't there?
It's just sort of it sort of fades out pretty good there. And you get that awesome set of blades on this one. I really like the sheep's foot on this one.
It's just 75, I think.
I mean, Jesse's a big fan of this. I think a lot of people are a fan of the 75. It's a real work knife, right? Just the size of it allows you to get a lot of work done on that one.
See, even the spay blade on the 75 isn't bad, you know.
No, not really. Not really. But we got some fans of the 75 in here.
Lots of fans of the 75.
Maybe there's a better look at the jigging.
It's really nice. The case
Yeah.
do it proper. They know what they're doing.
That's probably some of my favorite style jigging. What do they call that again? They call that
Peach seed.
peach seed. That's it. Thank you very much. Just really cool how they do the jigging on that. Just kind of lightly scooped with little lines inside the scoop. Yeah. So there you go. It's a edge blade one though, unfortunately. But it's one of those give and takes, right? One of those give and takes from old Casey Case. What's your next one?
Next one. Going to move off Case. We've shown a few of those. I'm going to go with something Chinese, and this is one I haven't carried a whole lot, but I really do like it. It's only one of the only few ones I have of this sort of size and shape. It's the Desert Fox Stockman from Rough Rider.
I like the blade rub, very classy. Yeah, it's gonna happen.
It's gonna happen, whatever. I just really like the long, sort of Turkish clip or California clip on this one.
We got a new guy here, Marvin. I don't recall seeing before. Hello, Marvin. He says, "Yeah, I have that 75 and love it." And we had Mikey say Jesse is Mr. 75. Yeah, he really likes the 75 powder. All right, bring you up there, buddy. Let's see your knife again. I just
really like the long style. It's kind of almost like a Skinner blade on this, isn't it?
Yeah, it's really, really thin.
Yeah. And I love the micarta on it, or the G10. I can never remember which it is.
I can't either. I think it's G10, but I don't.
I also like the long and slim sheep's foot blade on this too. And it's just like a perfect sort of size in the hand. It's almost that sort of sow belly size that you can hold it in your palm. It doesn't sort of overhang out of your hand. Just a really nice size. That's one of my favorite ones from Rough Rider. Fit and finish is great on these two. Like they really nailed it with the Fox series.
Yeah. Yeah, it's one of those kind of knives that make you go, okay, Case, how are they doing it for this?
Yeah.
You know what I mean? It says Jesse says I own 8 of the 75 so far, so he's
kind of gone nuts on those.
Yeah, they're cool Stockmans. The Rough Rider Fox series seems well made. It is.
It is, and I have another one here. This is the Arctic Fox, and this is the best made Rough Rider normal line I think I've ever received. And I mean, it's
tight.
It's honestly flawless. Gap between all the blades. The only thing I would say about it is it's not touching, but the spay blade is awful close to that liner.
Yeah, to the liner. Yeah, that's pretty typical.
But apart from that, the pulls on it are great. It's about 7.
You were saying about that last blade, Turkish clip. Yep, 100%. And then Baldy's really likes the Desert Fox series.
Yeah, I love the contrast of the black and white as well on this Arctic Fox series. I really should pick up some more of the series as I really like it. I just haven't got round to it.
Elon wants them to make a lobster shield. He's crossing his fingers.
Based on what they've done previously, you never know.
Yeah.
What I will say about this Arctic Fox Stockman is it kind of looks more like a Warncliffe to me than a sheep's foot. Don't you agree?
It is a little Warncliffy, yeah. It doesn't roll off.
Yeah, it's a nice
sort as quickly as you would expect
from a slow slope of the blade. But I'm not going to argue.
Yeah, I know, right? Look at that. Isn't that embarrassing?
And the best thing about it, these are hand inlaid. The shield is black micarta and the candle covers is white micarta, and it's hand inlaid. Is it perfect? No. But it's damn good.
Bees wants a Kraken blade.
That would be cool.
Kraken shield. Sorry, it's Kraken shield. Yeah. Remember that thing that I was telling you at the beginning where I'd say something stupid? There's the first one. There you go.
Spay blade's not terrible. Seen better, seen worse. But it's a really nice size as well. I think it's similar to the The 32. Oh no, it's a bit bigger. Where we go about? It's a bit bigger, but this is one I really like. It's a great size. It's superbly made. So Arctic Fox. I will give you guys the model number as well in case you want to look it up afterwards. It is.
Stacy says the only Stockman knife is one my mom bought me, Uncle Henry, with pink covers. Yeah, I've seen that. It's pretty kind of rare. They don't make. They didn't. I don't think they made very many of those. So pretty cool.
2311. The model number for that is.
Leafy's got a question for you.
Go on.
Says, are the Rough Rider denim series a good buy?
The T10 carbon steel ones, yes. They have a RT bolster, which I'm not a fan of, but I have the Barlow. I have the single-bladed sow belly lockback. Fantastic. I love the T10 carbon steel. It gets a screaming edge on it, and it's razor sharp. Like, really, really good. So for me, yes, I would buy more. The only thing I'm not keen of is I'm not really looking to buy any more with the RT bolsters or the R bolsters.
Right.
I'm not against the ones I have. I don't really need to buy any more. Like, I've got the ones I like. But yes, I do like the denim series. I think it's really good.
All right. So you want to see one of my budget picks?
Go on.
All right. So I recommend this one highly for somebody with.
That's good. That's a good choice.
Not a lot of money, but love a Stockman. This is the Buck 371. This is the one you can get at Walmart when they have them. Sometimes they're out of stock a lot. But you get the now see that jigging. That's more my style. Jigging's not so bad. But you compare that to the Rough Rider Reserve one we looked at. Would you say that's an improvement?
I like that one way more than the Rough Rider Reserve.
It's not even close, right? But yeah, nice budget one. I want to say you can get these for around $25 when you get them online. They kind of fluctuate.
You sent me one of those along with the canoe of the same.
Yeah, but these
are for the price.
They fluctuate all the time. I think you can get them sometimes at 18, 17, 23, 25, somewhere in there. But look for that one online on Walmart.com when they got them in. And it's got some great blades on it. I think pretty similar to 301.
Yeah, it's pretty much identical, just Chinese made, different steel, but they've done a really good job of matching it to the 301.
Yeah, it's got the 420J2, kind of a large nail nick on that sheep's foot blade.
It's like oversized.
Yeah, they did that because of the way it tucks in, I think, to make it easier to pull. But
Kirby Creek Mo wants to know, how does it compare to the 75?
Oh, in size, it's pretty similar. Yeah, pretty similar. Let's see if I can
pretty much identical, isn't it?
Pretty close. Kind of tough to hold them both. I think the 75 is just a touch larger.
Yeah, it's very comparable.
So it's probably about a quarter inch difference. There you go. What else was I going to show? Oh, yes. I can't go an episode without talking about one of these guys. The Camillus Made Frontiers. This is one in black.
Oh, yeah.
And
that's an immediate want for me. That's one I would like.
They've got the carbon blades. And again, they're Camillus made, not by Imperial, like a lot of people have a misconception about. So these are better quality than you're going to get from. Let me get my manual focus back out here a little bit. There we go. I don't have to be so close up to have it focus. There we go. That's better. But it's just a phenomenal older 70s knife that you can get on the used market for really affordable prices. So seek those out. I mean, it's got the ones with the little powder horn shield is the ones you want to try to find. Awesome little shielded on. I think it's kind of a tractor shield. Pretty cool looking. Old timey looking.
Yeah, Elan said he loves the spleen shield.
The spleen. I would have thought that Randy would have been one to like the spleen.
I really like that one.
Yeah. So that's an eBay, search and find type. And then, of course, the 301.
Frank has said, have we got no OT to show him? Actually, Frank, I've got a couple out here.
Yep.
I have a 89 OT, and that's the Blazer, I believe it's called the Blazer, with the serrated sheep's foot.
All right, you're gonna go now. All right, I'll take my focus back off then. Yeah, that's a cool one.
Really, really unique.
89 OT Blazer, yeah. Is that right? Did I get that right?
That's right, yeah, 89 OT Blazer. This was a gift from Eric, and I know he's in the chat, so Eric, thank you again for that.
That's an awesome gift.
Yeah, he put a really wicked edge on it as well.
Good job, Eric.
Nice patinas on there. I've used it a little bit. I've not used it too much. It's only ever been around my sort of property because I don't want to take it out and lose it because it is a gift. Spade blade, not too bad as well. Not a huge fan of the old timer ones. You can see they got the, it slopes down here.
Right.
Like this, and then it slopes again. I prefer that to be straight at the back, but it does have a nice piercing point to it. And if anyone's familiar with my channel, I love saw cut Delrin, especially the old timer saw cut Delrin. I think it's amazing.
Zen makes a good point. I don't know if we have any to show today.
I haven't bought a roper out, but they do. The Ash Viper that you sent me is phenomenal. You get, what's it, 1065 carbon steel.
Correct. Yes. It's another one to look for. Roper Stockmans. And I like their smaller one too, the Chaparral. That's a nice one too.
But while we're on old timer and the sort of the larger Stockmans, this is my 8OT. This is my new old stock, and this is probably my favorite Stockman, I would say, of all time. I can't even pinpoint why I like it so much. I think it's rugged. It's built for like the working man. There's nothing fancy about it. It's just carbon steel blades, brass pins, nickel bolsters, and 3 really good working blades. It's the fit and finish is flawless. This is one I do not use. I do have a user 8OT. This is my sort of safe queen one. But
right.
A favorite knife for me. Phenomenal. Really enjoy this pattern.
So here is a more of a rancher style Stockman with the all blade. This is an old buck made by Camillus.
That's a 319.
This is the buck 319. Yeah. Still want to get a buck 302 like Mikey has.
Yeah, that's a cool one.
But kind of a unique thing about this is the all blade is actually carbon steel, and the other two blades are stainless.
Strange that, isn't it? Like stainless, and then they just decided to go carbon steel for the punch.
I guess that's what they had available for that blade.
Maybe they already had punches cut out in carbon steel, and they're like, well, that's what you're having.
Right. So pretty cool. Sort of a unique piece. You don't see these every day. But Camillus made these for buck. So it's a lot more expensive knife than say like the Frontier, even though it's made by the same people. This is kind of why I think that Frontier knife is such a great value. You're going to pay
100%. Like I've got a
double or triple for this.
A 303, which is also a Camillus made buck.
Mm-hmm.
Which is just the smaller version of the 301. But it doesn't make any sense why it's the same materials as the Frontier series yet.
Well, it's all about the name. It's all about the name, right? It's just the demand for buck. It's a lot higher.
Yeah.
And when people hear Imperial brand, they think that's going to be crap when they're usually right, but not on that particular one. Yeah.
But this one wasn't in rough shape, but When I received it, it had the classic Velox with gone all white.
Yeah, a little oil
Blades
on
are
it.
a bit rusted up. You can see I still need to finish off. I've cleaned most of it out, but it's a sort of a work in progress. See, there's still a bit of rust on the back springs in there that I'm working on. But it looks a hell of a lot better than it did when I got it. But blades all razor sharp. They all have a nice snap again now, whereas there wasn't really much action on them. The Velox, it has been carried a lot because it's worn smooth on these parts here rather than having the saw cut.
Nice carbon patina on the above.
Yeah, the build quality is fantastic for it.
Yeah.
But really happy with this pickup. Got it at a great price as well. Does the Frontier have a one-sided swedge, John?
Yes, it does.
Yeah.
So you're talking about the main, yeah.
Yeah.
So on that side, nothing, and then on this side, the switch. Yep.
Randy wants to know: would you want the 302 in wood or Velox?
Velox.
Yeah, I'm with you. It has the Sorka old timer Delrin vibe about it, which is why I like it so much.
Right. So, how about we look at another Rough Rider?
Go on. What have you got?
So, if you're going to get a Rough Rider, you might as well get a fancy one, right?
Is this the one?
Yeah, this is the one.
Is this the collection completer?
There's, if you were to get another brand of knife, right, and then this materials, probably be better than $100, right? But yeah, still budget friendly, even on the secondary market. So
the best thing about it, though, the
nicely made
completer.
Oh well, yeah, but just as a pattern from Rough Rider sow belly, their sow bellies are pretty good. And you don't have to get a fancy one; you can get it whatever you'd like. They got so many of them out there.
While you're on the fancy style, I also brought out one of my fancy style ones.
Did you?
It's one you sent to me.
There you go, abalone. What do you think of those blade shapes? All pretty good?
Yeah. Yeah, clip point's nice, sheepfoot's nice.
And then he stops at the spade blade. Pretty big cant on that, isn't there?
There's a huge cant on these ones, but like I don't hate all spade blades. This one has a flat bit on the top, which I don't mind. Right. It actually has a point. I can feel it sharp on the end, so
what was that again? Has a point?
It has a point on the end, yeah. I know that sounds like a really terrible pun.
Oh, it does.
And I know that spade blades are not meant to have one because they're there to skin an animal, la 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 la, spade, la la la. But if I'm using it, I want to be able to stab.
Yes, we've heard this before some 100 times.
And this is a real old tang stamp from Rough Rider. So old that the 440 razor sharp steel is actually stamped in the tang.
You're right. That's an old one. Let's bring you up for that.
See that stamped in there?
Yep. It didn't do that long. That did not stay around.
Kind of hard to see this one. It's like the old style. It's the same what's on the etch basically, but on the bolster.
Right.
Got the anvil, Rough Rider, and a script, and underneath it just says Cutlery Company. So Rough Rider, Tested Sharp, Cutlery Company.
Well, they just don't do that anymore, do they?
No. Stacy's a big fan of the abalone.
Yeah. Thank you, Randy, for bringing up the old club. You can join on here. And I think, if you're just going to experiment with sow bellies, start with the Rough Rider. See if you like it. Don't spend a bunch. Here's
This is
another
another
one.
one of my favourite ones. And there's a couple of reasons why I like this. Is the imitation tortoise that great? It's not amazing. Like there's been some in the series where you can see through to the liners. You can a little bit here, but they upgraded the steel on this series to 440B. I know it's not a huge jump, but it's an improvement. I love the tortoise shield on this. There's no R bolsters. It's a nice slim design as well. It's really well built.
Yeah.
A bit light on the pulls,
Did you
I will
read Thomas's comment here?
You two always buy. Mikey, tell him. Mikey, I know you're in here. Tell him. Really nice sheep's foot on here. The pulls are a little light on this one. You can see it's not the strongest snap, but it's still enough to be a user for me. But the main blade has got a much nicer pull.
Jesse went straight in for the case. That's not a bad move, buddy. That's a great.
If you can afford it, why not?
Yeah.
Like my first sort of sow bellying things were Rough Riders, because at that time that was what my budget was. I was in a different job. I'm lucky enough to have a job now which pays me quite a bit more. Right. So hence why like I've gone and got more case knives so I can afford them. And don't ever overspend your budget. That's the best bit of advice I could ever give anyone. If you can't afford it, don't bankrupt yourself trying to get it.
While simultaneously saying buy it.
While saying buy it. Buy it within reason.
Oh, we need to add. Oh, all right, everybody quote this. Buy it within reason. Put a little comma, space, within reason at the end of it. Morning, really there's Cheeto. It's Cheetos of the Lost Ark, everybody. I wanted to know what your name would be today, buddy. I've been waiting for you to come in the room. So Cheetos of the Lost Ark.
Cheetos of the Lost Ark.
I love it.
Do you want to know one of the best?
Thank you, Byron. Thank you, Byron. Byron says Cheetos here.
Do you want to know one of the best sow bellies that I think they've ever made?
What's that?
It's Chinese made.
Is it? Ah, the D2. I forgot to bring that one up.
D2.
That's a great one. The Marbles D2.
This is one of my favorites. This is a user. I use it all the time.
All right, I scratch what I said before. If you're just looking to get your first one, just go ahead and get this one because it's about the same price.
It is,
and it's got D2 blades, and it's really not that much more expensive. So spend $2-3 more. Get this one.
Plus the walk and talk on all the blades it's about a 6 on the spay. 6.
Let's see the cant on the spay the same as the sow belly riders. Yeah, same thing.
Yeah.
Maybe not as much actually.
Not as much.
Hold them up together. See.
Let's have a look.
Get the abalone back out. Yeah. Seemed like that was a little more canty.
No, it's about the same.
About the same. Okay.
About the same.
About the same.
But this is definitely
Kathleen. Hello, Kathleen. Good to see you.
One to get. And the pull on the main blade is, I would say it's about a 7.5. It's got a killer snap on it.
Horse says he's eyeing that marbles there.
Just to make it, it's $431. You're going to be paying the similar price that you would get 440B in this series.
Correct.
I'm allowed to say buy it for this one, and without, because it's such a bargain. I actually waited for these to come in stock on Heine Haynes for about a year after John first showed me this.
Well, they took forever to come back, but they did.
Yeah. Like they weren't in stock in America anywhere. I waited because I wanted one. And I don't regret it at all. It's really comfortable. Even if the blade sticks up a little bit here, it's enough to go between the sort of grooves in your hand.
Mm-hmm.
It's fantastic. Randy, I think you'd find this great for a sort of leather work, especially with the sheep's foot. It's Sons of Slippy.
Sons of Slippy. Yeah. That's one thing that's maybe a little bit of advantage because let me show this one because that's kind of brings up a point of contention maybe. Our latest peanut butter and jelly seems like the sheep's foot might be a little higher.
Oh man,
higher up than I've seen it in the past.
Oh,
Might even have to like file down the kick on the.
See, that's what I did on my synthetic olive of the sow belly, the case. I filed it down. I took maybe like 1 mil, 2 mil off most.
Makes
It's
a massive
super.
difference, I bet. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, because that thing, when you get the main blade out, that does poke you a little bit.
I've got the ebony sow belly out here, the Bose one. Let me see if that's the same. Yeah, that one does stick up quite high. Let's see how high that sticks up.
But you can't fault the blade shapes on the old Tony Bose design. Superb sow belly design on this one. Pretty much like everything about this knife.
Yeah. I love the Bose sow belly. This was one I picked up at Sharp Show in the UK. This one is phenomenal. I love the ultraviolet bone on that, on the PB&J.
Yeah, some people say they should have more brown, but I actually kind of like that it's a little different. You don't get that sort of blue purple fade in with the brown over there on the one side. If you've got a lot of that brown,
really like it. I think it's done so well. I'm going to mention as well. Jesse put a screenshot in Discord. Someone was selling a 75 of the PB&J, $214.
Yeah, don't buy that crap, guys. Don't feed those trolls. I really just wait. It'll come down in price eventually a little bit.
Yeah, like don't go paying that. That's way over what it is.
Yeah.
Scott Simmons still on the hunt for RR871 Moonshiner sow belly. Anyone know where he can find one? It's going to be eBay, if I'm honest.
Yeah, eBay's the only place I've seen them. Moonshiner sow belly. Yeah, that took me a while to find, but I did get it. Yep. Good luck on you on that one, buddy. I feel for you on that.
Jesse McJames said he paid $75 for his 75 in the PB&J, and they want 3 times that.
Right.
And change. Like, nah. Please don't fall for that. It's not worth it. Yeah, it's really nice, but if you wait, someone will sell you one at a more reasonable price, or they'll bring another run out.
Yeah, I don't think they're going to do another run of the SMKW. They said once they're gone kind of thing. But they will do another run. It'll be.
Randy's WSG says there's a Moonshiner on eBay right now, but it's spenny.
Oh, really? Is it a sow belly?
Randy, chuck a link in for him.
Is it a sow belly, or is it just another Moonshiner knife?
Yeah, Mike's got it right. Scalpers.
Yeah. That's generally how it works. And even with some of these tougher Rough Riders, man, you pay quite a bit. All right. Did I show this one? I don't think I showed this one. Nope. This has become probably, I don't know, maybe 3rd or 4th favorite Stockman. Really liking this pattern now that I've tried it. I think it's pretty much ideal for
Randy has sent me the link. Prepare yourself. How much do you think they want for this?
For the Moonshiner sow belly? I'm just gonna guess $120.
Oh no, $90.
Okay. Yeah, that's more than I would want to play.
I will put it in the chat because I know that he's looking for one, but it is quite expensive.
Yeah, it's crazy.
Right. The link. Oh, I can't share it in there because the link's too long.
Yeah.
Okay, that's annoying. I just eBay the name. There is one on there.
Yeah.
The listing is correct. The model number is correct on it. It's Rough Rider with an I, Moonshiner, knife, flask, whiskey, wood, barrel, Stockman, RR871 sow belly. That's how it is on there. And anyway, onto this knife because I want to look at the is it 47? Is that right?
Yeah. Again, this is the 47 pattern. 6.5 bone stag on the handle material. Stainless steel. It's a newer one. You can see the 6 dot there. So 2024. But I did not have a 47 pattern prior to this, and I'm thinking this is probably going to be a higher level of carry than the 75, even though I really enjoy both. I think
There's
I
a
would
problem
probably
with this. There's a problem with this one.
carry this one a little bit more. What's wrong with it?
I really dislike that spade blade.
I don't. You know what? I'm over it. It's got a round edge on it there. You see?
It looks like a palette knife.
Well, it's not going to be a spade blade on a Stockman that you're just 100% enamored with. So, what difference does it really make at that point?
Pen blade.
Okay, well, I'll reshape it for you next time, and then
Perfect.
then I'll show it next time. Really good snap on all the blades, so I'm pretty happy with that. And look, it looks tight.
Here's a comment for you, John.
What's that? Since we are over, it can be. Can we do a trapper show? Since we are over it. No, we're never going to love the spade blade.
I mean, it'd be a very short show. I've got 3 trappers.
Yeah, I've got a few. Hey, Randy, we Judd's up in here. So there you go. Thank you, sir. Appreciate it. Beauty 47. Mo likes the 47 too. So, putty knife. Yeah, that's pretty much what it is, right? What are you going to do? How come you don't ever remind me I got the stupid blur on?
Oh, you've got the blur on.
Thank you. There we go.
All right, I've got a couple more out here. Do you want to show a couple more each, then do a go?
Yeah, I pretty much have done because I didn't get as many out as you did.
All right, I've got a couple of different ones. I'll go through real quick. This is one I've not shown a whole bunch, but it's one I really like. I don't know what the series is. It's just a deep blue bone by Rough Rider.
Blue Smooth Bone series.
Yeah, with the horseshoe shield. A very nice mirror polish on all the blades. And this, I believe this was my first Stockman.
Really?
I believe so. This was I'm going to buy it to try the pattern, and since then, it's just kind of gone a bit nuts. But this one has got a sort of a strange looking spade blade to it. It's almost like a lot narrower here than it is up here. It's kind of like a lamb's footy spade blade is what I kind of look at it as.
Lamb's footy? Nah.
Yeah.
It's just a spade.
But really like the main blade on this. Nice full-size blade, just about UK legal. Build quality on it is phenomenal as well. We got really lucky with this one. That's a favourite as well. And one I know that we haven't mentioned yet. It is another Sow Belly by Rough Rider. But it's the one that sort of re-kicked up my sort of interest in Rough Rider after I got annoyed with them having all the R bolsters. The Red Fox Sow Belly.
Oh, yes.
I know you're a big fan of this one.
I carry that one quite a bit.
Yeah, this one has a killer pull on it. This is definitely about a 7.5, nearly an 8, I'd say, on mine. It's a really strong pull.
Let's see that Red Fox. Give everybody a chance to kind of get a good look at that. Yeah.
They did a good job with the 2 blades as well, about a 6 pull. And then the spade blade on there as well. But this is one of my favourite ones that Rough Rider done, especially as a user. It's got that tough micarta on the scales, 3 really good blades. Really strong lockup as well, or I should say open on the sow belly.
So we got someone new in the chat. Broke Arizona Knives.
Hello, sir. Welcome.
Hello, Broke.
What else have I got here? Another one I really enjoy. This is another Sharp Show pickup. This is, I believe it's a 44 pattern, it is. And it's a 1971 case.
We got an old reference to Sanford and Son. And I just want to make sure that I recognize that.
See, I've not seen that.
Okay. What size Stockman is your favorite? I think 75 and the 47, and they're 3 3/4 inches and above. like a pretty decent sized Stockman.
Yeah. For me, as small as I really like is sort of, I'll just show you the size now. It's the 34 OT. That's the sort of the smallest size I would like to carry there. Medium Stockman. This one I use quite a bit. It's got a nice patina on the blades. That's sort of the smallest I'd like to carry. I do have a smaller one out here that was a gift from Gunslinger Cal. It's a birth year case. So it's a 91. It's the small, is it the 33 pattern?
I'd say 3 1/4 is about the smallest I want to go with the stock.
Yeah. So this is a 33 pattern. This was a gift from Kalen. So nice gift. Birth year, as I mentioned, and the 91 is actually when it says 1991 on the tang. You're never going to see it because it's so small, but it's either side of the USA at the bottom. So that's a really nice addition. And one final one from me is I believe it's the 108. 108 OT, John, that you helped me pick up.
I want to say hi to Booger. He just came in.
Hey, Booger, how's it going?
Yeah, very welcome, sir. Glad you enjoyed that one. I like having both the square and the round.
Yeah.
I don't really have a preference for one or the other. I just like having both.
I've not got a massive preference either.
Yeah.
I always sort of, the ones I use, I like the look of both, but the ones I use most, honestly, they're more the square end style. These are my sort of most carried of the medium Stockmans, and
that might change for me because now that I've got the 47, it's got the round, so I'll probably end up using this more now. But I like both. I don't really, I wouldn't want to be one without one or the other, honestly, because there's just so many of them that are awesome that are in both types. You got your 371, that's a square, and then you got the 47, it's round. You got the sow belly, it's round, right? So I wouldn't want to be without either of the two. So definitely don't have just like a preference for one or the other. We got gifted one membership by Baldy's Blades. Who did receive the gift?
Randy's WSG.
Randy got it. There you go, Randy. Good job, buddy. Thank you very much, Mikey. Okay, so do you have any others that you wanted to show? Is that it?
That is, I've gone through all the ones I brought out.
Okay, so I'm not going to do the wheel today because I've got a particular prize I'm going to give away. I'm going to be giving away another of the carvings from Mo.
Excellent.
So this is what's going to be up for grabs today. You're going to do the wheel or on your end?
I will do the wheel on my end, correct.
Okay, so you want to start with the UK prize first?
100%.
Okay.
Randy, do you want to put the rules up for UK for me? And I will just bring up the good old wheel. John, could you write me down actually, no, I have material here actually today to write.
Well, I can write that number. I'm prepared to do that. I just need the
all right, do it.
The range, but don't tell me until he's got the rules up and the start up.
Okay.
Go ahead and put the start up, Randy. Go ahead and put the start up, Randy.
The range is. Are you ready, John?
No, let him put the start up first.
The start's up. The range is 800 to 900.
Okay.
So go for it. Your range is 800 to 900. Go crazy. Cheeto, this one is UK only. Yes, you can proxy. John will do a US one afterwards. Okay,
tucked away.
Another 10 seconds, Randy, and we'll chuck a stop up there.
Let's bring up the other screens. We're a little bit larger. Here we go. So, how many UK's guys did we have in here?
Quite a few today.
Okay.
Stop has gone up.
Okay.
What have you,
Good
what
to
have
see
you
Ginger
got,
Fisher in here. I don't think I said hello to him, so hello, Ginger. Knives are life. Good to see you, Jason. And we got a proxy for MB by the carver himself. That's pretty cool. All right.
What is your winning number, John?
Okay. So let's reveal. $8.84.
84. Okay, up we go. 888 is the closest. Another 888. Okay. There is 2 888s.
Okay, those are our closest numbers.
Those are the closest. We
Anybody
have.
disagree with that? Anybody see something other than that?
We have split in slices, 888 for Tony's Ponies.
Mm-hmm.
And we have Elam Reese, 888 for Covered in Bees, his son.
Okay. All right. So how are we going to break the tie? How do you want to do that?
So Tony or Bees, one of you can either concede and give the other one a prize, or we can do a knife off. I will let you two decide. Thank you for stopping by, Paddy.
Yep. Thank you, Patty. Okay. So what was? I'm sorry, I didn't catch what you wanted to do.
I'm just gonna. Tony. It's between Tony and Covered in Bees.
Right.
We're gonna let them decide if they want to either proxy it or do a knife off.
Flip of a coin. We could do that too.
Bees have it and welcome. So Tony is conceded. So Covered in Bees' son, this is for you. He can have 2 spins of the wheel.
All right. I'm excited for this.
Okay, so are you ready?
Oh, he wants to know what a knife. She wants to know what a knife off is. Well, we've already decided it. So you have won the knife off.
Oh.
What is this? Custom Victorinox Spartan.
Victorinox Spartan Custom.
That's got to be nice. What does that look like? We don't have a picture of that.
Okay.
It's got to be nice.
That's a surprise. That's the thing. It's the surprise.
Oh, you're not going to show it. Okay.
Okay.
I got you.
Nope. Okay, so that's prize 1. Would you make a note of that for me, John, please, as well, while you're there?
Sure.
Just put custom Spartan. Spin
Gotcha.
number 2. And the Softern SC31 Pro,
cool.
and this was provided by Paddy. So Bees, I will send Paddy your address and he will send that off to you, but it's still with him.
All right. Okay.
But I still have your address, Bees. I'm pretty sure I can find it. But just in case I can't, will you DM it to me on Discord and I'll get them things sorted for you. And Elan, I'm not saying whose custom it is, if it's anything in particular. You will see it once it arrives with Bees.
Okay. So congratulations to Bees.
Bees' son, because they're both
Bees' son. Okay. Maybe she'll have to give a prize to each. Right.
I'll chuck some extra little bits and pieces in there as well. Make it nice.
All right. Let's go ahead and throw up the rules for the U.S. prize. And you said you had a number to write down? You could write down a number?
I could write down a number, yeah. Let me just pick out one of these knives to do a cut with.
Okay. Once the start goes up, Randy will select the range. Let me know when you're ready to write down a number.
No proxies for Randy, please.
No proxies for Randy.
Okay, I am ready to write down a number.
Okay, so my range is from 600 to 700. $600 to $700 US. You can proxy for US if you're in the UK. One proxy per person, please.
Okay, I have a number.
Alrighty, let it run there for about 30 seconds. But yeah, I hope everybody enjoyed the show today. I love Stockman's. I literally could spend 3 hours showing you guys Stockman's. So I tried to just pick out some.
I showed about 40% of all mine, and I've got 20 out here, maybe.
Yeah, I have such a wide arrangement of them, sizes and
what's
styles.
Nuts about that for me though is about a year ago, I didn't like the Stockman.
Oh, really?
No, when I started the channel, didn't like the Stockman.
Well, you liked sow bellies, didn't you? Right off the bat.
I did, but I loved sow bellies. I never really liked a general Stockman. I liked the sow belly because when you've got it like using the sheep's foot blade, it's all nicely inside the channel. There's no like hot spots.
Right.
But after that, I'm just like, okay, well, I'm interested in other Stockmans, and now I just like them all.
Right. I don't know if I said hello to Will, so I'm going to make sure I say hello to Will. We got Ray in here. How you doing, Ray? Got the devil's number. There you go, Ray. We got Mr. Willie Matglass. How you doing? I saw you in here. I forgot to say hello. Got
Randy,
Dwayne Letterman.
Stop up in a couple seconds for me, please.
Angry Tom's in here too.
Here's one that you'll like, John.
Tyler says, enjoyed the show. Actually, just ordered the marble sub belly. I'm telling you what, that's a fantastic knife for the price. What did you pay for it? Can you tell us, Tyler? Because I know it's probably about
25
15 to 18. I thought it was at one point. I don't know. All right, so he's got the stop up. So what was your number, sir? 619, and that's what's up for grabs. Wonderful carving by Kirby Creek Mo. 619.
So we have
621 Sam. That was pretty good close. Anybody closer than Sam?
No, Sam was the closest, 621.
Congratulations to Sammy the Silencer. We had a 623. What was he again? He was, what was it? I forgot what he was. 621. And what was the number again? 619, right? Okay, 619. All right. 619. So, yeah.
MB got 619.
MB did. Well, MB's in the UK. So what did he proxy?
All right, 619 for Watch City. Okay. So there's a wood off, I guess.
There's a stumpy off. All right.
There's a stump off. Okay.
So I'm still looking for the other one. What was it again? 619 was a proxy.
MB for Watch City Knives and Sam the Silencer.
Sam Silencer. All right. Well, I'm guessing Sam. It really wants that. I would imagine. Okay. So what we're gonna do? We're gonna do a tiebreaker. All right. We can do that.
It's gonna be a time. John.
What? 1-inch warrior fight. Yeah. Fantastic. All right. I'm gonna write down an odd or an even number. first person to say odd or even, the other person has to say the opposite. So
What?
between you guys, somebody say odd or even, and the other person has to say the opposite.
Oh, hang on. No, no.
What?
Because 619 was exactly, wasn't it? Sam only had 621. So
okay.
we don't need to do this.
Okay, my bad. Yeah, okay. My apologies. So, all right. So our winner then was, what did MB put?
619 for Watch City Knives.
Watch City Knives. Okay, so Sean won it. All right. So Sean, you'll need to send me your mailing address. I don't think I have that, or not recently anyway. And somebody throw up the. Here we go. Thank you very much. Sorry about that. I was tired. It's getting late. I need to go take a nap.
Yep.
So 621 was not. 619 was right on it. My bad. I was thinking, and then we sent it somewhere in the middle. So we got an exact winner. Nice job, MB. You got the number right on, and you'll be getting this wonderful
The Woody
carving. You were so close, Steve. So close, Sam. So you got anything else for us today, man? You got any final thoughts?
I have nothing else today.
No, you do. Do I have to think of everything?
Do I? Okay. I'm doing a fundraiser for Calm. It's a suicide prevention. You have to hit 90 miles in a month, which I did finish on the 20th of this month. So I'm currently over 100. Randy, if you have the
link. Did you walk or did you ride? Which was it?
Walking.
Oh,
if
you
have,
walked?
If yeah.
90 miles.
If you have the link, Randy, I would appreciate if you put it in the chat for me, please. It's also in the Discord and it is on my channel as well on the community section. It's in the chat now. If you were able to donate...
Sean's declining the prize, so I'm going to give that one to Sam.
Okay.
Since he was second closest.
Okay. Very nice of you, Sean.
And he doesn't have to give me his address. I know it already. So congratulations, Sam.
But yeah, if you're able to donate $1, $2, whatever you can afford, it helps support for people who are struggling with mental health and with suicidal thoughts. But yeah, thank you very much for all your support. Everyone's donated so far.
And you'll have till the end of the month
correct
to do that. So make sure if you want to do that, you only have about 6-7 days left or something like that.
Yeah, it's another week left. Next Sunday is ending.
Yeah. And I want to say thank you to Ray for doing the Super Sack Saturday this week. And he talked about my skinny jeans and how I needed to use that so that I could fit a smaller knife in my pocket. Thank you. Appreciate that, North Star. But that would be a horrible look. I will never, ever wear skinny jeans.
Yeah, I don't want to see that.
Yeah. So congrats to Sam. I don't know if he's still in here, but I'll let him know.
He's here.
And is he? Okay, awesome. But appreciate all the support in here, guys. We had over 60 people in today. I guess a lot of people like the Stockmans, so that's fantastic. Like bell bottoms for TK. Yep, absolutely. That's what I'm going to wear. 100%, Andrew. That's my style right there. But we got to be able to wear my cowboy boots, and in order to do that, sometimes you got to wear them bell bottoms, right? Oh, and Elon, sir, your hat is on order. It's days away from arriving, so I'll make sure to send that out with my next package to Slippy.
Did you make sure to order the pink one?
I did not order the pink one. You guys were trying to get him something he didn't want. Join up on Discord. Make sure you do that. Also, join up on the Commando Club, $3 a month. Special content, emojis. Somebody show some emojis so that everybody knows what they look like.
We love the TK emojis.
We love the TK emojis. And I want to say thank you again to Mikey for sending out the gift sub, which Randy received. So, oh, there they go. Now there we go. Now everybody's seeing what they look like. I love sacks. There you go. But that's pretty much it, guys. I can't think of anything else that we need to talk about. Make sure you come back next week. We're going to be back next week. I have Matt off work, so we should have another show.
I'll be back. Yeah.
Also, just want to give a big plug to Mikey again, Baldy's Blades. He's just getting started up. It'd be nice to have a lot of subs come his way. So if you haven't already subscribed to Baldy's Blades here on YouTube, make sure you're doing that. Big shout out to Stacy. I'll make sure to check out your IG that you sent my way. I'm curious to see what that is all about. What is this? TK needs some of those J and CO giant jeans. I don't know what that is. Do you know what that is?
No clue.
No clue. I'll have to Google that and find out what you're talking about. But Watch City is sending out a bunch of pink poo-poo. Randy, a bunch of bananas. So don't slip on a banana. We're going to see you next week. New topic. Not sure what. But
No idea.
We'll see you guys then. Hope you enjoyed the show.
As always.
And until next week, we'll see you.